German Ambassador Miguel Berger warned the UK that all options are on the table should the government push ahead with plans to legislate on the unilateral change of the Brexit protocol on Northern Ireland. The German ambassador insisted the UK should agree to renegotiations within the terms of the Brexit protocol instead of trying to circumvent the agreement. He said the European Union is hoping the British government will shelve the controversial Northern Ireland Bill, warning of the risks it poses to the country's international standing. Asked whether the bloc is ready to retaliate should the UK ignore Brussels' requests for renegotiating, he insisted all options are on the table. Speaking to Sky News' Sophie Ridge on Sunday, Mr. Berger said, "It will obviously be seen as a challenge to international law, and to rule of law in general. The best that can be done is to go back into legality, and that means let's negotiate, let's find technical and practical solutions on the basis of the protocol." The European Union is ready to do that, but what we also cannot accept is a challenge and a risk to our internal market. All options are on the table and I would not exclude any of that. He added, "But really, our call let's go back into negotiations. This is doable, it's solvable and it's in the best interests of Northern Ireland." Legislation allowing Britain to scrap some of the rules on post-Brexit trade with Northern Ireland is next due to be debated in Parliament on July 13. The legislation passed the first of many parliamentary tests on Monday, and will next face the so-called committee stage, where line-by-line examination takes place and lawmakers can seek to amend the bill. Britain's Trade Secretary Anne-Marie Trevelyan last week pledged to target dozens of bureaucratic barriers to exports in a pitch for freer trade, the day after she extended a protectionist package of tariffs and quotas on steel products. Ms. Trevelyan acknowledged the move to increase barriers to steel imports breached international trade rules but said the situation warranted the extension of safeguards, even though she considers herself a champion of free trade. She said it would target 100 priority issues worth £20 billion that could be resolved outside of negotiations over new free trade agreements to replace the arrangements that Britain operated under in the European Union. Among the trade impediments listed, it cited blocks on meat exports to countries in Asia, rules that delay medical devices entering South Africa, and restrictions on UK-trained lawyers practicing in Japan. She added, "We know that businesses who export pay higher wages and are more productive than businesses who do not, but too often, complex trade rules and practical obstacles prevent them selling overseas." The Trade Department said it had gained extra powers to remove such trade barriers due to Brexit, although Britain and the EU faced the prospect of a possible trade war themselves over a dispute around trading arrangements in Northern Ireland. The department said it had already supported the resolution of around 400 barriers to trade in more than 70 countries in the last 2 years. However, the time frame for the actual removal of the barriers might not always be so short. For instance, the ministry said that the removal of restrictions on British beef heading into South Korea, which could be worth £2.5 billion, would be resolved in the next 5 years.